Welcome back to the D1 podcast. And this is episode 3, if we do say so, if I am correct in saying that. We recorded our episode about a week ago now. Today, as I said, mentioned on the socials a few times this week, we have a special guest, and his name is Justin Daniels.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk now. Hello. Yeah, my name is Justin Anane, also known as Justin Daniels. Mostly known for my funny TikToks, or you may know me from professional wrestling in Ireland.
Alright, Karl.
So Justin, while we have you here, we'd like to congratulate you on that absolutely banging documentary, as you'd say yourself. And if you don't mind, we'll play it there.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, we'd be able to play it if you bleeding foxy computer didn't sound like a fucking engine.
I think skill gets in the way of wrestling. Like if I had it my way, I'd wrestle all the time. And my name is Justin Anane. I wrestle as Justin Daniels. I'm 16 years of age and I'm Ireland's youngest professional wrestler.
Can we get
that.
Can we get
My brother
copyright
was
over
a
this?
massive wrestling fan at the time. He'd always have like the old wrestling DVDs. So when I was just a 3-year-old kid, I just used to watch the wrestling. I used to be mesmerised. Oh, that English. Some of my teachers don't actually know about wrestling. I don't really go around like saying much about it, but like when I walk around the school, the shoes are like, oh, there's Justin the wrestler. I just have to like come to school and then I have to go straight to the gym and then go straight to wrestling training. And then I just realised that I forget to eat my dinner and I'm like, eat my dinner at like 11:30 at night and I'm going to bed and doing it all again over repeat.
But you need to have that motivation. Just keep on going.
When I first joined, training was just like, it was great, but like physically horrible. Like I'd be so dizzy, I wouldn't know where I am. But now it's like,
you gonna play this whole
body is
5 minute
so
video with no
used to
cup?
this routine, like, you just do it. One day at training I got injured bad and my mum brought me to the hospital or whatever and I got cut open and got chip bones taken out my shin. My mum was like at the time, like, you're not going back, it's not for you, I'm sorry. And I cried in bed for days and days because wrestling's all I ever wanted. So I had to lie to my mum. I was like, okay, I'll go back football training if I can't be a wrestler. She was like, okay. My mum was giving me the money, but I was putting the money back into wrestling training, which is like not a good thing to do. I don't like lying to my parents, and I just had to because I love wrestling so much. But then I told her that to come to a show one day, and my mum came, and she was just in love with wrestling as much as me. Come seeing me wrestle.
Bit of a bold boy, aren't you?
Yeah. Lying to the parents to get to the wrestling training. Gonna talk over this bit now because it's just pure noise. So
Smacking people off the canvas.
yeah.
I'm glad you do.
Shin still sore to this day if you were listening in.
I can throw her on now.
My first
On
time
the
being
moon.
from
I
the
think I
crowd
told
would have been
How
on
was it over?
Fight Factory Pro Wrestling Show episode 4. At the start, it was just like nerves. Oh, how would the crowd like take me? But now it's kind of like I'm more confident in my own ability. And then like my mindset is like the fans are there to see you wrestle, so you just have to put on the show. Nerves are still there, but I'm way more relaxed. I like to feel that when my music plays, you know, like the crowd knows that I'm about to come out, and I like that feeling of them knowing who I am.
Right, Justin.
Dun, dun,
I have to
dun,
say,
dun, dun, dun.
probably one of the best things I've watched in the past few weeks. Yeah. It was actually really interesting. So I have a few
It
questions.
should have been longer.
Yeah, but
Definitely should've been
it
on.
got cut short because of COVID, like the whole recording of it, which is kind of like down. They were like, we resume after the COVID. I was like, I don't know how long it's gonna last, so let's just put together what we have now instead of waiting until the end of the year to put it out before I go irrelevant. But so we still get it out there while I was still relevant.
I
So
can promise you, I don't see you going irrelevant anytime soon.
Yeah, especially nearly on 100k followers on
It
TikTok.
goes up from here. Here we go. A few questions here for you. So, Justin, at 3 years of age, as I said in the podcast, in the documentary, who particularly made you say, "Yeah, I love wrestling"?
John Cena, 1,000,000% John Cena, Randy Orton, all these lads, just big, huge.
I've never seen John Cena.
No, that boy.
You the blood of Well, if you've
You're
never
a
seen him,
fucking
then
Oh my god, he doesn't get the joke.
uncultured swines.
Leave. Yeah, John Cena and the R 100%.
How does it feel to be labelled as Justin the Wrestler? Because we all know that sometimes that could be used as some sort of insult or attempt to get under your skin.
I don't really care because most of the people that use it as an insult are like low lives. They do nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly.
What did they smoke weed with the bleeding?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like
In the documentary, you said your body was physically tired at the start. How was your mental side of things? Were you ever telling yourself, well, what if this really isn't for me?
I was very young. I was like 13 when I started. So when I was like 14, I didn't really like. I wasn't aware of like mental health or anything. I was just like I enjoyed it so much that like I liked being there. Like I was just like I like being here, so I'm gonna keep coming. It wasn't a chore. Like it didn't have a toll on my mental health. It didn't make me depressed or anything. I just loved being there.
Was that your motivation that you loved wrestling? So you were like, I'll get up in the morning, I'll go to school, and I will do wrestling.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. It would have been like the motivation was there, but again, like I just loved doing it. I loved the aspect. So obviously with wrestling, I was like, right, all these lads are in shape, so I'm gonna go to the gym. So I just thought that was part of it. I love wrestling as a whole. So if I was gonna do wrestling, I knew I had to go to the gym. So it's just part of it in school. Obviously, you just have to go to school. You have no choice.
Yeah. Oh no way. I was gonna say, like, I can't remember what it was. It was like, do you think if somebody wants to do something creative in Dublin or has a dream to do something, like, do you think most young fellas your age like just right there goes, oh yeah, he's a weirdo, oh yeah, he's
1,000,000%. People, if you don't follow what everyone else is doing, if you're different, you're a weirdo. And different comes in like, again, like if a lad's wearing a Canada Goose jacket and you're wearing, I don't know, an Alessi jacket, let's say, you're a weirdo because you're not wearing a Canada Goose. It's the same with your hobbies. Like, again, at the start people would have slagged me about wrestling, but the more like people started to know me off wrestling. I think it's a jealousy factor as well. Like people see that people see you have the followers, people see that you get kind words. Like even if I was to look at like my posts, like 25,000 people will see my Instagram post, but only 3,000 people will like it. So that's where I think the jealousy factor comes in, where it's just like, oh yeah, no, can I curse?
Yeah, obviously.
Where they're like, fuck this lad, get rid of him. Like, they just don't care.
Can I course? Tell you, we're not going on FM 104 anytime.
Who was that who followed the FM 104 page?
Someone started following people.
That was me.
Was it?
Yeah.
And what's your man's name? Dermot Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I followed him
that?
as well. Yeah, I followed him as well.
Just why do you not just send these places emails?
Oh, I have 100%. I have on my main account, on my proper account. I have.
It's how I got into the Irish Times. I was looking for hours on YouTube on how to get verified on Instagram, and I was like, well, you need to have a news article about you. So I was like, I emailed, I say 10 or 15 newspapers, the exact same email, copied and paste, sent it to all of them. The Irish Times is the only one that got back to me. They published it and put me on the front page.
It must take some balls. You must have some level of confidence.
It's not even a confidence thing. Like, I'm sitting behind the screen, they don't know who I am, so if they say no, I'm just like, oh, I don't really care. It's it's like if you got jocked in front of a stranger, you'll never see again. You're not gonna care. But if you got jocked in front of a girl that you like and you see every day, you're gonna be like, oh no, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know. Fair enough.
Before the Fight Factory Pro wrestling episode 4 showing the Sheriff Hall, how did you feel knowing that was your first time going out into the ring in front of the crowd?
I think I was 14 at the time. I was very nervous, and it kind of didn't go to plan. So I was in a rumble. I was supposed to come out like 17th, so like I was the 17th entrant, but my music started playing at the 13th entrant, and like I already had like spots planned with the lads that were coming in 16th, 15th, 14th, and I was just like, oh my god, what do I do? And I looked at my coach, because he was in the rumble too, he hadn't went out yet, and I was like, what do I do? And he's like, you just have to go out. So I just went out, and I was like, this is it now, like I'm here. So it still worked out good, and like it's kind of, I just got thrown in the deep end. Like in wrestling, shit can go wrong. Yeah. But like it was just because it was the first thing that ever went wrong. After that, I was just like, yeah, it's wrestling, anything can go wrong.
The first time you were in the ring, you had your first problem. So does that teach you to use your initiative more?
Yeah, it teaches you to like improvise more, work on the fly. It's called, like, just come up with stuff as you're in there. And obviously, like, I was in there with some experienced people too, so I felt more comfortable. And plus, sorry for spitting there. Plus, it's a rumble,
Say it,
so
don't
like,
spray.
plus it's a rumble, so like, it's not like everyone's eyes is just on you. Like, if it was a singles match, then I probably would have fucking just shot myself. So, yeah.
There's a rumble when there's like two or more people in the room.
Yeah,
in the
and
ring.
you throw each other off. It's like a Royal Rumble. You
Yeah.
throw each other over the top, and if you get thrown off the top, you're eliminated.
Did you ever do Hell in a Cell?
Nah, but there has been a cell match like in Ireland at OTT.
Has there?
Remember? Yeah, and I've worked for OTT, but yeah, that's the only place where I see doing cell matches in Ireland.
Are you a high fly? Like if we look up in the air, we see Dustin Daniels doing backflips.
I think I could just do a bit of everything, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I just think, like, if you want me to do something, I'll do. I can't, like, I wouldn't do like a front flip, like a 450 splash or something, but I can do it, but I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
You must have some next morning pain. Like you must
Yeah,
wake up the next
Jesus.
eve and the next
But
day.
like, yeah, again, for the first, like, you get used to it. You just get used to the pain of it. Like, after a while, you're just like, this is it. This is what it is. Like, constant shoulder pains. Your ankles always sore. Your wrists always sore. But it just becomes normal. Then you're just like, this is it. This is what it's like.
So it's like going to the gym. Like you
Yeah,
get
like
used to the
walking out.
pain.
Basically.
I know in the documentary, you said now you feel more relaxed, but what gave you the feeling of relaxation? Is it performing more and more in front of a crowd, or was it that you are confident in your wrestling ability?
About my ability and in front of a crowd. Like, I knew that, like, everything I could do well. So I was like, this is gonna look good. It's gonna sound good, and it's gonna be good. So I was just like, that's what gave me the confidence boost. I was like, yeah, I can do this now. No more need to be like nearly getting sick in like nerves. I can do this. I know I can.
Do you think that's the mentality that people our age around the 15 up mark should have?
They
like, nowadays?
should, but they don't. So
yeah.
like 15, 16 year olds are lazy. People wait until opportunity comes instead of going and getting opportunity. So like I said with the emails, like sending out to the paper, most, like, if you're a footballer, if you're a lad that plays football around here, you'll wait until like the Herald, the newspaper, comes to you instead of you going to them. And that's what I think is wrong with people. People are scared to like reach out and make it happen. Like if you go and fucking send an email to Todd Phillips saying, can I be in the Joker? He's probably gonna just say no.
That's it.
Or you probably won't even get a reply.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
But like, what if he looks at you and he's like, holy shit, actually you actually meet a character that we'd actually need for an extra, and you're like, I'm now in the Joker because I asked.
Like I think people don't, just because they're afraid of, like, as you'd say, made a show of yourself.
Being
Like,
criticised.
people be more afraid of not getting a reply because they'd be like, oh, I must have been good enough because I didn't get a reply. Sometimes people are just too busy to open emails.
Yeah, like, people are afraid of rejection. Like, again, like, I get hundreds of DMs on Instagram. Like, I can't open all of them. I can't. But the ones that I do open, like, I like, sometimes I just scroll and I click on a random one, I'll open this. Some people are like, can you reply? I'm like, yeah. But then the people that text me and I don't reply to them, I don't know what they're thinking. They're probably thinking, oh, he hates me now. Like, I remember a girl made like a fake WhatsApp thing about me, and she was saying that like I was a cousin or whatever. I'm like, I'm obviously not a cousin. And I seen the message. I was added into a group chat, but I accepted the message request, and I was like, yeah, lads, this is fake and all. And she's like, oh no, Justin Daniels hates me. But I was just like, I don't hate you. It's just like, I just I don't even know.
It's just, what's the point?
Yeah, she's it was just a bit weird. Like, I'm not your cousin.
Yeah, it's attention. That's all people want, is attention. I was gonna say, what is the weirdest DM or comment you've ever gotten?
Oh my god! Oh, I don't even know. Nah, not the weirdest sort of thing, but the one that's done the most damage is some lad said, "I'm from Black Rock" in a video before.
Don't get started.
If you could see the DMs between me and Adam after years on, I was like, what is the name?
Killian Ward.
Is it
his
Killian
name,
Ward?
Yeah.
I was like, what's the name of your man? Because we made a reaction video just for
I was like, I shouldn't have never responded. I was the reason he got clout, because I responded and people were liking my comment, and then it'd go out to more people. But after that video, like, my followers would just shut him down, and he just left TikTok. Rightly so.
I thought that was a joke when I seen that video. I thought he was like one of your mates and he was messing. I was like, and He said it was real, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
And people started to believe it. Even still to this day, people are like Black Rock Boy and all. I'm like, I'm not from Black Rock. But like at the same time, I love it too because they comment Black Rock, and then you'll get like 500 haters that'll like the comment. I'm like, even though you didn't like or share the video, just because you like that
Yeah,
comment,
yeah, yeah.
you just did
Wow.
the equivalent to
Yeah.
any of them.
Just because like on your TikTok, if someone's like comments Black Rock,
Yeah.
that still comes up as like one of the
Another
comments going
comment.
up.
It
Like
shows
that's
you
still
how
another
long,
comment.
Even if it's hate, it doesn't matter.
Like even if someone doesn't click on the comments, if they
Yeah.
just look at the
comments.
comments, there's like, oh look, there's like over 1,000 comments. It
Yeah.
could just be 1,000 people saying you're from Black Rock.
Yeah, I don't
But-
care. Like I love like people filter comments and stuff, so like you can't say certain things. Like I'm just all about say whatever you want because at the end of the day, I get more clout off people hating on me, which is fair enough.
At least you have haters, we don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People don't want to see you win. They
Yeah, and nobody.
That is a strong
That is
point
a
there.
very-
It is really surprisingly, when we started this up, I was expecting us to get like criticised for it, and like people to say it, but everyone was kind of just down with it, just
But I mean,
enjoying.
it isn't these third episodes.
Yeah,
I know, but
It's
like
just
everyone that knows,
yeah, well, it's like, why do you care? Like, you don't
Yeah.
know where this is going to be in 4
No,
years.
yeah.
Being probably the most popular podcast on Spotify for all you know. Like, do you get me?
once we hit up Spotify, just tell you that
I know,
You
yeah.
can set up a
Thumbs up.
Spotify for free. I'm pretty sure you can.
we have Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone was saying you need it was you who said you need to like pay to keep your stuff up on Spotify. Is that?
I think so, yeah.
How much is it?
I don't know. I
Could
heard it was like €20 or something.
The lads just need to go acquire a job. Really.
Yeah, I know, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure.
I actually
It's not
sent
money
in.
bags
I
or
sent in
whatever.
3 CVs yesterday.
So did
I was only saying that
So
they were
did
yeah, God, I'm not expecting I'm back to be
Where did
honest.
you send your CVs into?
Some, like 2 cleaning places and 1 kitchen power place, so like that's
I-
just another job.
Like, I guess, like, I wouldn't say I get money from TikTok, but like sponsorships on Instagram pay money. But I'd love to get a job, but I wouldn't want the job. I want the job to get by so I can pay for shit when I get out of school.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I don't want I don't want to work in the spa or something and people coming in
Yeah,
and
obviously
out just
not.
knowing who you are all the time. Like, I'd love to work in a warehouse or some shit. Like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
That must be hard for you. Like what? Like even. Alright, I know like this probably be a touchy subject, but you did make a TikTok on someone following you home.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
that's
just
disgusting.
gonna say that. Like, what the
That
fuck?
that disgusted me.
Yeah, I was just like, they followed me home about halfway through. Like, I kind of knew that, like, they were like, you know when someone's
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
at you. So I took off my earphones. I said to them, I'm like, what are you doing? And like, we're following you home. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're doing it for the TikTok, so it's alright. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing it for. And I was like, so stop following me home. They were like, right, wherever. I keep walking, they still follow me. I take them off again. I say, what? I like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, nothing. We're just walking. I'm like, he's following me home. And the chap was like, so what? And I'm like, I will ring the police. And they were like, then you're a rat. I'm like, there's a difference between a rat and you following me home to my home address, and then make a video that will probably go out to hundreds of thousands of people, and now they all know where I live. Like,
Like
you know.
I could say I seen you the day before that coming down towards your house, and I was on you. I didn't want to follow you home.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like everyone, I'm sure you know where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows where I live here, but like, it's people that don't know where I live. Like, I don't want them knowing where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That annoys me. Like if somebody like if I don't know what it is about like people saying like somebody like I know as like, oh, they're a famous person. They're like, no, they're a normal person
Yeah,
like
like-
you.
Like let them.
Yeah.
live
Like
that
that,
life,
let them
yeah.
be like who they are.
It's like if how old is everyone here? 16, 15.
Yeah.
It's like if I walk down, if I walk to Cork and a group of 15, 16 year olds see me, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, there's just names off TikTok, but here it's just like, what's up, just
Just
what's
one
up?
to do it,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like we would talk amongst ourselves, like
Mm.
and class you as. You probably wouldn't class yourself as like famous, but we
No,
would
I
say that
wouldn't.
to you. But at the end of the day, if we seen you on the street, like, cause we've grown up
Yeah.
with you, we'd just talk to you normally.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
no,
It's no different.
when people don't know the person, they have to consider that person as like mad famous and mad rich, so they just
Yeah.
immediately become a fanboy or a fangirl when you see them in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the worst fan encounter you've ever had?
Yeah.
Would it be that following home?
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
But there's been a few bad ones. Like, yeah, there was one time, like literally recently, I was walking home from training, so it's like 10 o'clock, half 11 at night. I'm walking through town just to find a shop before I go home, and there's this one lad and one girl, and like this girl's face. Wait, this is going off topic, but this girl's face is so bruised up and all. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, she must have got better around. And she's like, you're that, she must have been drunk or something. She must have been like 17 or 18. She's like, you're that fella off TikTok, come on, make a TikTok with me. And she was like that and all doing din, din, din. And she's like, we're not trying to grab me and all. And I'm like, get your hands off me. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, don't touch me. And she's like, make a TikTok. And I'm like, get your hands off me. And she's like, or can we get a picture? And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, you're real cheeky. I'm like, why would I let somebody who's been trying to grab at me get a picture with me? It's so fucking dumb. Like,
if she approached you a different way and was like, oh, hey Justin, I seen you on TikTok, could you make a TikTok with me?
I probably would, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's too much. He has to keep doing all
like, again, like I say, good for you people have asked me to make TikToks, and I say, look, I'll get a picture with you, but I'm not making a TikTok. The reason why is because sometimes I just have to be places. I just have places to be. But if I do it with one,
I mean,
more people,
people
instead of just saying, can we get a picture, they'll start just saying, can we make a TikTok all the time, constant. But I'm just like, yeah, no, we can't. I'm sorry.
So while we're on the topic of TikTok here, well, before we go on to the topic of TikTok, lads, have any of you got any questions to ask them about Justin's wrestling? I had literally tell me how
I feel when we were on the wrestling topic, I had
a wrestling.
It's kind of gone out of my head now that we're at the switching off there.
Alex?
Was being the youngest professional wrestler in Ireland a goal of yours?
Was being the youngest professional wrestler in Ireland a goal of yours? Kind of just happened. I didn't wake up when I was like 13. You know Luke, he's the reason I'm in wrestling. So like, I didn't go to the first wrestling training with Luke with the mindset of I'm gonna be Ireland's youngest professional wrestler. It kind of just like happened. Like the stats just shown. Like I was like 14 and like, you know, who's younger than me doing wrestling in front of crowds? Nobody. I'm the youngest. I'm Ireland's youngest professional wrestler. That's all it was. And still to this day I still am. I think I'll hold on to it for like 2 years until another 16-year-old comes up, and then I'll probably be done with being the youngest, but until then I still am.
Do you think wrestling has, like, do you think less people are watching wrestling now than they did before, like say like 10 or 20 years ago?
It's more for kids now, like the WWE. There's obviously stuff that's still not for kids, like there's a new company called AEW coming up, and I think that's bringing wrestling back up a bit, like the old school kind of wrestling, like with the tables and chairs and stuff. Yeah,
they were the good old days, really. That one.
Yeah, the Rey Mysterio feel.
When I was growing up, it's not. I didn't have an opinion on wrestling. Like I didn't watch it. Like, but I still liked it. Like it was a form of entertainment that I did enjoy. Like the likes of John Cena, Rey Mysterio. Who's that big bloke?
He's the big show,
No. Do you know, like the big
Mark Henry,
Undertaker,
Andre the Giant.
Yeah, the bloke.
Andre the Giant.
How would you have been alive to watch him? I wouldn't have been.
I see all clips on YouTube.
I watch all old like videos of
his best wrestling moments and all, and you just see.
He's lately is.
Yes, so he's have.
You just see Rey Mysterio standing in the ring and looking up at like. What's your man?
Hulk Hogan and all the.
Oh, what's your man? The Great Khali.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about.
Being huge.
Yeah, you just see the little clip of Rey Mysterio looking at the Great Khali like that. It's like father, like so.
Like styles make fights, like this is how it is, like.
Yeah, you have to come up your own, like sort of like.
Like if a 6'6" lad is wrestling a 5'2" lad, like you're automatically gonna be invested because this 5'2" lad is so much smaller than him. So you're kind of just like, I want to see what happens now.
Like even if the 6'2" lad is gonna win, like more than likely the first thing that you're gonna think is he is taller, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, how does your ma react when you scream bang?
I mostly record videos when she's not there, because like there's basically I have a time gap every day.
Justin Daniels BTS.
from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 12. Nobody's in my house. Everyone's gone to work, so that's my time to like make videos. But when I don't, like, I made a video before I was telling the story time and I broke my bed.
I
was screaming, but if I had to like let the whole video play instead of cutting, you would have heard my mouth screaming at me like the show.
I have a few memories actually in your house. Sometimes we watched a night when the FA Cup final in 2014.
What?
I think it was 2014 in your like sitting room, and then we remember when hoverboards were a thing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Remember when you were
your green hoverboard.
Yeah, me and you like started making bottle flip videos in your bedroom.
Oh, we broke that
We
hoverboard.
we made a bottle flip video in your bedroom, and we used iMovie to edit it, and you bottle flipped it, walked out like
Oh, out
sitting
the window.
outdoors. Yeah, you
back
can't
in.
get
I remember that. Is that still on Facebook?
probably
Oh,
somewhere.
Is that on your account?
I'd
Is that
say
on-
so. I'd say so. It's
Oh,
somewhere.
Oh my, I might. Oh.
I know. I think it's
Just
on
watch the table.
Push it. I'll push it.
an old Instagram account of yours.
Nah, I think that. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I actually found one of your old Instagram accounts not that long ago. It's like
Oh,
one of the-
don't even. Actually, do you know what?
that's it
Yeah,
now.
this it's called Just Owenane, and like there's just one picture of when I'm like 7 or something.
eating a jelly or something.
Eating a jelly.
Yeah, it's one of them where you have a jelly or something. It's
What?
Like a jelly
If you
bag.
search my real name up like on Twitter, you'll find like my old Twitter accounts where I'm just like fucking cunt and shit. But like all the that's it there. But, like, I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, what if somebody tries to cancel me over the things I said? But then I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was like 10 years
Yeah.
old. If you cancel me, you're a fucking prick. Like,
And I found a picture on my old DS, it's like a blue DS, and it's me, you, and Jake Murphy, and you're like that, like taking a picture or something like that, and you look about like 5 or something.
Jake Morby.
Am I?
Remember him?
It's going to annoy me so much if we don't find that.
Like, look at
segue
my old
video.
Facebook posts and stuff.
Oh
like.
Jesus!
Oh, yeah.
So Justin, have you any more like we know we all know here that you have a very big interest in wrestling. Was there any other sports that you have like?
Football, obviously, like I played football for years. Like I'm still interested in football to the day, but obviously I had to give it up to like wrestle. Like I was doing them both at one point, but then I was just like, nah, I can't do this anymore. It's too much on the body.
You're playing goal, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I scored a goal against you a few months ago. I
Relax.
was the Lord out of myself.
You
Was
can't
this in
Playing
Wings
ball,
End?
that's not. I was the shittest one on the
Was it
pitch. I
Wings
was
End?
just scored a goal.
We need to go back there to
yeah,
play
Wings End.
football.
That's
Soon.
actually a very good.
Like it just like we were going there like every second day for like a month, and then it just stopped. I'm like, why? It's the second like the lockdown, like you were allowed to go places. Everyone's just like, yeah, we're not going anymore.
Yeah, like everywhere's back open and stuff like that.
Like you don't know how long left you have to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like next summer, like half of us gonna have jobs, going to college and stuff like that, and you'll never do that again. Like you just like throw it away like that.
Well, like 16, 17 in this room. Like this,
I'm
we've
sorry.
on like 2 good years of the thing. Well, 2 or 3 good years of the teens left
Until
before
they-
like the real world kicks you in
until
the
they start
throat.
going out into the on the weekend.
I
which
need
I'm
to
out for
find
a
that
few
video.
drinks.
That's gonna.
That it's gonna wreck my head. It's somewhere I know it is, and I can remember that day. Like I
Wait,
just,
what was it?
it's a video of me and him and me and Justin.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Like you press down on my hoverboard, and the thing starts on a seizure or something. Like
Oh yeah, remember they
Owen used to do
it?
that as well. Both of them just sitting there shaking. What's that mine on the stairs? It still works.
I think,
Hasn't been
when I get
charged.
the
Then bring her down, we go on it.
It hasn't been charged in a few years.
When I get the exact year up of
I was on yours actually, remember that like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Still love going on.
It's not on your Facebook either.
Haven't got blade in years back with.
oh yeah, if we're gonna look for that video, it's miles back. It was 2016
You're 16.
when we watched the FA Cup in your house against Crystal Palace.
So 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
it would have been 12.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still young.
That's very young. Right, so what we're on the topic, is it alright to move on to the topic TikTok? Yeah.
I think we should move on to primary school.
No, we can
Particularly, it's kind of a long subject though.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
that's
ask.
what we leave the last because best.
So, what got you into TikTok, Justin?
Boredom. No, that was it. Like it was just pure boredom, and plus I started TikTok with the intent of getting like a good few followers. But yeah, that's why I was just like, I'm starting TikTok now. I want to get TikTok famous, as they say, and it kind of worked.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Kinda. On the next question now, it says, at the time of recording, you have 92.1k followers on
I
TikTok.
went on yesterday and it was on.
Yeah, you how you
It
not
grew.
verified?
It grew like I think I got like 1,000 something yesterday. I don't know.
Yo,
It's on a 10.
Just a casual
It's on 92.2 now.
When I checked this morning, it was 92.1, you had 2.7 million likes.
2.7 million.
Why are you aiming for them figures
What
when
the
you start?
fuck?
Yeah, like not really, but like 2.7 million likes. That's overall. Like obviously, like there's people who have less followers than maybe more likes because they hockey their posts.
Yeah.
I just put quality videos up over loads.
Quality of quantity,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I've like 30k likes just because of that one video alone.
Like 2k likes, I think.
Like if you really wanted to, you could just have set up a whole page.
I probably, I know.
Just reminding people of old stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I was literally doing. I only done that not long ago. I put like, do you know, remember the bottles you used to get in junior Olympics, like the green bottles of water with the yellow caps.
The little packed
I was like, who remembers these? And I got like
everyone
2
used to
views
snap
now or
me
something.
Cheese Sambo. I think it was Chris or something.
Yeah, I
Jam
know.
Sambo or something.
You need to leave your videos up. Obviously, the first ever video that did well from me was the Northside students and teachers. First ever video done good.
They're fucking
After
gas.
3 days,
I checked this morning. That's actually not your most viewed video.
yeah, it's no the one that was the first video that blew for me. So that was like after
That was a stepping stone. For you?
yeah, after 3 days, like it was had like 100 views, but it had 50 likes. I was like, something going on here. This is not right. Like this is like every 1 and 2 people are liking this. So like, come on TikTok, give me some more views. Then one morning I woke up and had like 600 likes, and the likes kept going up and the followers, and I was like, yes, this is class. So I made another video. I made 2 more videos, posted them, and then they did well as well. And I'm like, I found my niche kind of. I know it works.
What are they coming out? You have your own unique style of making TikToks. Like, I don't know how, I have it written down here, but it doesn't actually justify it until I say it out loud. Like, you have your own unique style of making the TikToks, and people are able to associate that style with you. So like the making the characters up and playing out characters as yourself. Does that annoy you when people do that themselves?
No.
Or just like, do you find like, oh, I started a trend?
No,
basically?
it's like when people like make videos. Like I do see like people making cooking videos, and they're like, and you put in your banging rice, and like they just don't credit anything. I look at it and I'm like, I don't care, because people hockey out in the comments. You're just trying to be just nice. But I'm just like, well, the fact that you're commenting that and people are gonna look at the comments and see that and click onto me and like, who's he? He's trying to be him. Okay, I'll follow him because he's obviously a better version than him. So I'm just like, it's a win-win for me no matter what people do. Like,
once your name is mentioned, it's a win, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who is the most famous person that you were in contact with? Like probably the most known person.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I wouldn't say use the word famous, but because like,
Yeah,
people
I
really
won't
like
say
to be
that's a
called
bit-
famous.
Yeah.
But like, who is the most well-known name that you've been in contact with?
King Joffrey
King Joffrey
from Game
of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, so he would have been on a wrestling show. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I didn't really like.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't
Is
care.
that the blonde fella?
Not got into
Yeah,
it.
not that I didn't care for who he was, but like I was just like, he was just an ordinary
Yeah.
lad. But like, he's probably the most famous. But most famous person, famous I say, like it's probably Ryan, that like I keep in
Ryan.
contact with, like who I
Yeah.
call all the time and stuff. Yeah, that's probably Ryan.
I'll be walking down the street and I'll be hearing people saying, "Oh, I don't like that Ryan Warner bloke." I genuinely think his videos are good and
Yeah.
that
So
his
funny.
sound.
So funny.
I actually think he is hilarious. Like that
Yeah.
videos that you two made, I was creasing in my bed. I was breaking my heart laughing. I actually
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
gas.
Yeah,
Yeah, and when he smacked, when you smacked the other onto the chair, I was just like,
and like I love the way I love making that video so much because it's so natural. Like even like before we were talking for hours before the video took us like an hour and a half.
I was
to
gonna say,
shoot.
you edit that?
He edited it,
Yeah.
and then like we got food after it, which was nice. But like yeah, it was just it was a natural process. Like it just takes time, but we did it anyway.
Ryan, if
Oh,
you're
sure.
listening, we need an editor. I'll pay you an M&M's or something like that.
We need an editor.
We
Am I
need
not
this-
enough?
What?
Am I not enough?
No. No.
We need Ryan.
So Justin, what did you think about? Right. So before I go into this, right, this will not be like, I'm not expecting you to start dissing on this person, but I
I
just.
think I already know who you're gonna
Ah,
ask.
Yeah, I know,
you know,
everyone
you
here
know,
knows.
you know. What do you think about all the things that are being said
Oh,
about?
I already
Nemo
know. Oh,
and-
there we go.
Do you think that people should just? Do you think that the things that people are saying are okay? Or do you just think that you should just let them make their own choices?
Oh
Like I know it's a touchy
no,
subject.
it's not even as touchy. Like I
Maybe.
just I really don't want to talk about her. Why I don't want to talk about her is because
if you show me, I don't know who she is.
she probably feeds off stuff like this. Like, she loves when people talk about her, which is fair enough. Like, I've only ever like had an interaction with her once. I think we sent a few messages to each other before, but like other than that, like do your own thing. Like, I don't care. You're not hurting me. But again, I made a video on it before. People were like, ops on Nevo, ops on. They were asking every Irish TikToker, and I was just like, look, I don't care that she's doing it, but I wouldn't want my daughter to do it to make money. But again, like, yeah, she says that she makes money now, which is fair enough. But I think it probably will affect her. Like, you can get, it's like, I always think of it like this, like, yeah, you can get like, just say you can get 400k in 2 years, but in 10 years down the line, and you go to look for a job, and if they search your name up and they can see nude photos of you all over the internet, they're not going to hire you. So you can have 400k in 2 years, but that's not going to be enough to live off for the rest of your life. So I see it as that. So it was kind of just like, you kind of fucked yourself a bit. You're like, yeah, it's instant money, but in the long run, unless she's smart about her money and like invest it and shit, I don't know. But yeah, I don't care. Respect or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not caught up on what.
So Nevo is a girl from TikTok that started making videos, and once she kind of, I'd say, blow up on TikTok, she made herself an OnlyFans account and is getting a lot of backlash for her OnlyFans account. Now the pictures are being leaked, and you can find them with a simple Reddit search.
I wouldn't even want to see
I wouldn't want to search them, but I know you can find them with a simple Reddit search.
What is she?
I don't know.
Woman.
Oh man, yeah.
Does, since both of you kind of like came from TikTok, and like she recently, last night I think it was, she made a cameo on FM 104. Does that like get to you that, oh, she's come from TikTok? There's both came to the same platform, basically the same background. I wouldn't say like the exact same background, but from an outsider looking in, you're both TikTokers. She's going on to like her name is out there a lot for the right or wrong reason. Now she's on the radio. Would you go onto the radio? Like, would that be something that you've been considering?
I would like to go onto the radio again. They probably reach out to her. Like, I could say, you know what? I'm gonna say it on the podcast. Tonight I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna send an email. I'm gonna send it to 10 radio stations and let's see what comes of it. Because again, like,
in a few days,
I don't even like. I don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm like, I spoke about this to Ryan for a good while. I'm like, I don't even want to be considered an Irish TikToker because it's just drama all the time. Like, I'm not even gonna mention names because I'm not giving anyone clout.
I know exactly.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everyone, and I think people listening will know who I'm talking about. But this one lad like just came at me and like threatening messages. I'm like, no, I didn't send you threatening messages. You're running a fake page, making up shit, like trying to ruin friendships, trying to make other people. And he's like, it's harmless. I'm like, no, it's not harmless. And he's like, oh, you're half famous, you're gonna get this. I'm like, yeah, it's alright if a fan does it, but when I know it's another TikToker who's doing it, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
it's like, I won't name and shame, but I did follow that particular person, and you're not the first person that they have done.
Yeah,
stuff
like obviously
like
there's loads of people who've had problems.
Just calling out everybody.
No, it's not. It's like you're using people's names and saying that they've done
much
stuff.
bigger following. At the start, he was like, I don't even know who you are. You're a nobody to me. I'm like, mate, like, look. At the time, I was like, I didn't even want to get into the whole.
Just grow up, really.
I didn't want to even get into the more. I have more followers than you. I have more followers than you, so I'm more of a. I just left it. I'm like, I just left him on the scene, and he kept coming back and back and back. He was waiting for a reaction.
That's all he wanted.
All he wanted is a reaction.
You humbled him. Too much.
And I put his name out there. I was like, this lad, and I got like 20,000 likes. I'm like, this lad done this. He's saying this, and like he was probably like jumping around the room saying yes, but he got the backlash off.
Yeah.
Like people just literally slating him.
Yeah, you like if you're gonna go around like calling out people and saying, oh yeah, they done this, they done that. Like, you have the evidence to back up what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah.
At least, like, if you're gonna make an argument like that.
Well, this is the kind of a personal, well, not a personal question, but it's a personal question from me.
Go on.
One of your most viewed TikTok videos at the moment of this is your TikTok with Jay Ronick. It's currently on 359k views. What I want to know is, who reached out to who?
Jay Ronick reached out to me, but that is not even close to my most viewed video actually.
It was just the first one that I found this morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
This
was
one-
like
This one has 600k views and 93,000 likes. And it's a story time about the guards, which is kind of like a story time skit. It's kind of like I'm like, and the guard said this, and then I'd like be the guard, and I'm like I'd say something. So it's kind of like entertaining, which I'm gonna make more videos like that because like I was kind of stupid. If that got 93,000 likes, why did I not just make more videos like that?
Are you gonna? Will you move to YouTube or anything?
When I get this equipment, probably around December. Maybe when I'm back to school, when people come in late nights and they're on the phones at like 10, lying in bed. That's probably when I go onto YouTube. Vlog my days, make reaction videos.
Yeah,
whatever.
reaction videos are the key to playing YouTube nowadays.
KSI is fucking.
Oh, he's
You'll
gas.
see him on Facebook actually, the Aussie reviews.
Oh yeah, I remember him from years ago.
Hilarious he is.
It's just the Australian, is it?
Yeah, the Australian one that just does the voiceovers of just random videos. It's just gas.
and you have any questions? I feel like I just talk for Ireland on this podcast.
You do pop around.
That's because you have you on that notebook. You have
Yeah.
to put stuff in now. We try to keep
in
it
school now.
and I forget it the next second. But do you think it's easier to blow up on TikTok than there is on anything else?
Yeah, but it's kind of an advantage because you can get people to follow your other socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it kind of
Has a pattern.
TikTok kind of puts her out there.
Yeah, I think TikTok has a pattern of certain.
TikTok is like the most hottest like social media around. Like if you're selling it.
Oh yeah, what do you think about it getting closed down in America?
I don't have any American followers at
Do
this
you
time
not?
of recording. No, this might. But like again, I'll say from yesterday, like I got like yesterday alone, I got like 1.2k followers, which is not a lot for some people, but like 90% of them were for the UK, which I'm like, this is weird. So obviously now TikTok, I put my content out to people in the UK, and I noticed it.
That's
Like
actually
fair
very
enough,
good.
like.
What a fan base.
So like I just take,
Where are you?
I'll just as it is, take on one country at a time.
Yeah.
Where we've
Slowly.
got most of Ireland. Let's move on. Let's get most of it.
Yeah.
Then
Slowly taking over.
and if it's still there in America, we'll go take over America. That's how we'll do it.
I actually don't think that would be that much of a problem for you. I really think your content is enjoyable
Yeah.
for any country.
Yeah.
Anything. Where do you get the ideas for your videos?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Question.
I really
had that question.
Did you?
That was next.
I could not tell you where I get the ideas. It's just I can look through my
They're
notes.
so well put together as well. They're just fucking
Sometimes a
gas.
video can be just based off one word.
Just turn on the camera and just start blabbering.
Speak
Fuck
on-
you.
Speaking of one word, where did Banger originate from?
My brother, he and obviously friends like Lee Franzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Like he used like on lunch breaks, like me and Steele would like we'd be with Lee, and Ross would be there, and like Lee would be like, "Oh, these fingers, like chocolate fingers, are banging."
Mm.
Just because it's a word
Yeah,
you use.
yeah,
It's just a word that I would
Yeah.
use, and I'm just like banging,
Banging, yeah.
like that clicks. So I just started saying banging all the time, and obviously like it's stuck. But yeah, I barely say it. This is my thing. I barely say banging.
Yeah.
I literally say banging once in every 15 videos. But that's what I'm known for. I'm just like, yeah.
It's your word.
I
now.
think
So-
It's a catchphrase.
Yeah, it's like when people hear like Tesco, it's like every little helps.
Yeah.
That's not plastered everywhere,
Yeah.
but you seen it once, and most people.
It's like that
know.
little whistle from McDonald's. Like if
Yeah,
you hear it, you
yeah,
just know it's
that-
McDonald's.
that's know what it is.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how it sticks. It just sticks. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And what about their the banking merch?
Oh,
Any
don't even
news?
get me started. Nah, no news right now at the moment. Can't say anything, to be quite honest.
Did you see
To leave it there.
who made that like picture where like it's literally like your face, like the
Simon
cartoon?
Brady Lee, he's a graphic designer. He's customized my gear before I went to him straight away. I was like, yeah. Well, what do you think of it?
It's sick. It is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, how
just
the
about to say
fuck?
it's sick.
That's deadly. That is.
But then, like, I remember a girl at my wrestling named Zifa. She's like, you have like one of the most recognizable faces, like
Yeah.
face
Yeah,
structures.
yeah.
So like, when he sent it to me the first time, like he sent it to me in like a million different. Like I have it here. He sent it to me in loads of different colors, and I was like, wow. I really do have a fucked up shape. Because like I knew it was my like. I think people that follow me will recognise that it's my face like straight away.
Yeah, like
well.
Yeah.
from watching your videos that much, you can like you kind of guess the silhouette.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like he sent me this in like so many different colours.
I like that. See, you have a very like the silhouette is very recognisable.
I think it's the hair.
Oh, it's there.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
And you remember Bob Justin back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohawk Justin, where he's that.
Oh my god. No, not a lot of people are fan of the sweet chili sauce and the chicken fillet roll.
That's what.
Your postulate in the North Side of the series is what everyone fell in love with.
Yeah.
TikToks. It's as you said, it's a stepping stone. It's like it was
The foundation.
Yeah, it was the foundation of your TikTok. I don't know if we asked this a few minutes ago. Like, where did you get the inspiration for them particular skits?
I don't even.
Like,
I'm trying to think. Like,
this is what the fans need to know. Just
I don't know. It's because I was like Northside. I don't even know where I got the idea from. Like, I don't know. I probably seen it, like 2 or 3 videos and subconsciously thought it. But like, I think where I win the most is with the voices, like the accents.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anybody can do them as well as me, which I'm very grateful for. I was like, yeah, that's where I think I got the most like things from.
You think everybody is do you see like people trying to copy off you a lot on TikTok?
Yeah, obviously
Trying
like
to
they
do-
try to do a posh voice and they'll talk like this, but this will be their posh voice, and I'm like, put a bit of effort into it. Like you just snap into Oshima mode or something.
The funniest video I watched is, no, Justin, they're my dead sister's asses.
Justin, don't hit them, they're my dead sister's ashes. Fuck off you. Hell he is.
I don't know what it is, but like when you're sitting there, when you're in that character, when you're sitting there with glasses on, I don't know what it is. You'll never fail to make me laugh, and you just just throw something at your head.
I think it's because O'Shane, like the rules about being O'Shane is like he never curses. He can get angry, but he never curses.
Yeah.
So like the most angry he'll ever get is like, oh Ryan, I'm so done with you. Like this is absolutely. And then Ryan's just like, shut the fuck up, you stupid fuck. He's just like, your language is absolutely preposterous. Like, what is this? This is absolutely woeful language.
You could say "an" in that accent, everybody would
Yeah, it's just fucking.
The cheek is killing me.
You could say "an."
Stop.
Oh, so
Language
not-
is woeful.
I'm not sure about any of the lads here, but I know I seen the videos with you, the video with you, King, and a few other Irish influencers trying to get
Yeah,
that couch into Newbridge Shopping Centre.
yeah.
Do you want to run us there? Oh, give us a rundown on that story. Who came up with that idea?
So Thomas Arnold came to me and was like, "Oh, I love your videos, bro." And I like instantly became friends. Kinda. Like yeah, and then we just arranged a date. Here. Ryan Mara was supposed to be included in the video, never turned up. Which Ryan, if you're listening, should have turned up, bitch. But like,
Caught lacking there.
yeah. So obviously, like this first time I've ever been with Karl and Kane and stuff. So like it was just fun. But when we got there, like we were walking around the shopping centre, and like so many people were following me and Kane and Karl and stuff. And I was just thinking in my head, like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people here.
Too many
like,
people.
Too many people here. So we sat in the back of the van for like an hour or something or so. Just like outside in the car park across the road, we sat with the chair in the van, and then we were just like, alright, let's just go for it. And we didn't even get into the entrance, and the security guard was just like, get out. But I think that kind of made it. But then as we brought the chair back up and was sitting there, security guard recognised all of us from the previous video that they made, and people were just coming and going and stopping and getting pictures of all of us sitting on the chair and them there, which was just like, yeah, it is what it is. Like we failed to get in, but this content is still there.
Have to say, King Cannon is gas blow.
Yeah, Kane's right.
You are in touch with King Alan.
Making too much noise.
I was talking to Kane myself. Like I went onto one of his Instagram lives one of the days, and
Oh,
I told her, there you go.
Gee.
I phoned her on. I was like, "What's up? Love the videos. I'd love to do them." And he was like, "Hit me a DM." I was like, "Why don't we try put like an IKEA table on a Dublin bus or something renewable like that?" And he was like, "I'm down for it," and it's just like never really happened though. So
Yeah.
Kane, if you're listening, hit me up.
The only time I've ever actually seen King Alan is when they were running after Casey Neistat.
Oh yeah, we were in that video.
Yeah.
When
Oh, I remember
his
seeing
video
it,
of him
yeah.
running after
Casey
Casey Neistat, this is like before. This is about what 2 or 3 years
2
before
years ago.
TikTok blew up. So it's like
No,
we-
it was the year TikTok like
We
started
got
getting
into
attention.
Casey Neistat's video as well.
Oh, it was, yeah, we were in Casey's
like that year.
video. We were actually standing beside Kane, and like none of us knew who they were. We just
Yeah.
thought they were just like little fanboys. But
Yeah.
now, as I started watching them videos, I was like, could it be? And then he released how he got in, how he met
Yeah.
Casey Neistat, I was like, I knew it.
Very good editors they are.
100%.
Kane, they're very good at editing.
Like, even when he tries not to be funny, like, he's just gas. Like, what's the video he has up about?
I think Kane is so funny, but if he was just like, I think he's naturally funny.
Yeah.
But like, I wish if he was like that in videos, like millions of views.
What's the video he has up now? It's like the Tana Mojo video. It's like I'm gonna
She's
go.
off the map.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get it up here. It's like Tana. Oh, I absolutely love his accent. I'll tell you that. It's like Tana Mojo. There it is. Huh?
Why would you tan a mojo?
Joe Rogan podcast with Post Malone is good. I highly recommend. Like, where do you come up with this?
I think it's more spontaneous humour.
It's out of nowhere,
It's
random.
whatever. It's like drinking a bottle of water, fucking duck with headset. People find that shit so funny.
Like, I think if in this day and age, if you try to be funny, people would see it as be like,
Yeah, you're not funny.
yeah, you're not funny. But
Yeah.
if you
If you're
don't
just naturally
try,
funny.
if you're just naturally funny, you are hilarious.
Does Johnny Dowdall still live over there, little gang?
He does
Still
say,
is,
yeah.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, he lives across the road for the listeners. Yeah, he started a new series called like Interesting Pictures.
Oh, yeah,
he's like
that's
that.
I see it.
He's doing well. Like his videos are doing very well, which is good.
He actually has
This
like,
picture-
a lot of followers.
This picture
Even
is
before
of two
TikTok,
brothers.
he
Yeah,
has a lot of
he-
Instagram.
I think like he started and then like did the gang signs and got like 200k like 2 months. Then went through a dry patch, built himself back up, went through a dry patch again, and then came back to this like Interesting Pictures series. Which from the like part 2 I seen, I was like, yeah, this is
Yeah, hit the money.
you're getting it. Like
Do you remember the first fan that ever like said hi to you?
I
Recognised you?
I do.
Yeah.
It was a girl. I was walking to the Frag. I was there, and I could see her. She was crying.
Was she?
Yeah, she was crying. Like she was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you." I'm like, "What?" At the time, I had like 15,000 followers or something on TikTok. Not even like. Okay. She's like, and she got a picture or whatever. But like that was the first. Yeah. But after that, I can't remember.
What time are we looking for?
51 minutes.
Right, so since it's a long topic, so Justin, in our last episode, the lads and I discussed about the times we had in primary school. How were you? You were actually in our primary school. So
Yeah.
what is your opinion on our all primary school?
Looking back on it now, it's like funny. Like
Yeah.
it's funny. Like
We all discussed that it was probably our best days. Like
yeah.
it was the times. Like looking back on it now, we took them for granted too
Yeah, you
much.
make up
Yeah.
like the most random, the yellow and the red.
Oh, it's
Like that, actually,
Oh. Eesh and all.
If you think
Yeesh.
of, think of
He
this.
stuck
I
around.
should bring that back.
Yeah.
Please. That was actually that was around the county.
That was
Like
it.
that-
I already know.
Lee
if I can
Franzoni
do-
said that and then had everybody
Like it's
else.
gonna be like O'Shea's gonna be like, Ryan, can you clean your room? And he's gonna be like, eesh. Like, what's this? What does this like?
Hand
What's
gesture.
this? Yeah, what is ish? Like how do I even ish? Like how do I spell it? Like, and he's like, this means you're lying. Means you're a waffler. Not a waffler. How dare you call me a waffler?
Why are you doing the radical?
Yeah.
What thought this meant radical, man? Radical.
Saw, dude.
Yeah, like shut up, O'Shea.
One word just made a whole TikTok out.
Yeah, exactly. Now, obviously at the time we didn't cop it, but if you think back of the people that were actually in our class, think of the amount of talent that we were told from day one. This class has talent. Like Mark Cannon told us
Yeah.
that we had talent, and now that you think of it, just think of the things that are actually being
Yeah.
I was thinking about my secondary school. I was like, easily could be like the most successful. Like the year that when I was in the school till like while Troy Parrott was still in the school, I was like, easily could be the most successful. Cause I think Evan Pearce was still in the school as well at the time. I was like, this could easily be the most successful like school ever like in
Like,
Ireland.
if half the people like coming out of like the second like the schools around Dublin, we're very community based. Everyone knows everyone,
Yeah.
and like thinking of Troy. Troy was in your school, was he?
Yeah.
Like just think of it now. Some people like overseas now see him as football. Like they see obviously he's football. See him as like top celebrity and all, and then you see like your man David Fagg for Liberty House. Like with pictures of them on his,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're mates since young, like.
Like, everyone over here just sees him as a normal person.
Yeah, like there's people around like, oh yeah, he's a top footballer, and then you see him on the street, like, oh, what's up, bro?
This is how it is. Like obviously, like if your mom was Beyonce, like you wouldn't be being starstruck when she wakes up for a bleeding Sunday dinner. Like I don't know why you're waking up to a Sunday dinner, but
Yeah, come on, Beyonce. I don't think he'd be waking up to a Sunday dinner. I tell you that.
chefs be cooking it.
Probably be eating a megalodon or something.
I only eat fish eggs. That's all I
Oh.
have here.
Oh, salty eggs.
Sorry, I'm a thinking.
Do you still talk to JT?
Who?
JT.
Tunde.
Oh yeah.
Who? Jesus.
Who's this JT?
I was only out with JT the other day.
Have you heard his new freestyle?
I did. I put on my story. Not gonna lie, didn't watch the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I listened to like until there's about 20 seconds to the end of it. It's actually like think of Tunde from
JT.
well,
Do you remember?
Don't expose his business now.
thinking of JT thinking of JT from the way we know, like when me and him would literally sit there and have an argument who's better at Irish in class. And then,
Oh my god.
and then my man's on Jarfuck TV and I'm like,
I remember the way
smashing it,
they used to be like, yeah, he's related to you and all.
oh, that was Tunde. He's like, he's my cousin
Hang
and
on,
all.
somebody mentioned me in the video. I'm very interested to see what it is.
It was me, I think.
No. Sure. Sure, when you see a Carrie in Irish TikTok, don't know who this is. Dennis O'Sullivan.
Oh, he's gas, man.
Travis. I assume I'm gonna be in the. Oh, there.
Next one on it.
Do you think you're carrying Irish TikTok?
No.
Yeah, you
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
are.
know. I don't know.
You don't want to admit it because you're too humble, but we'll admit you. Yeah, you really are.
Who else do you enjoy on Irish TikTok?
Dennis
Ryan.
O'Sullivan, Ryan Marr,
Ryan
Eva,
Who's Diva?
Eva baby.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I know bleeding.
What you all looking at me for?
You are up.
What you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Does she not just do like dancing videos now?
Yeah, basically.
How's that carrying?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, you asked us who
Do you
would be.
fancy her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he literally does.
That's the reason why you brought it up.
Fair enough.
I look at it.
Face on him.
Exposed.
Fair enough.
Ever see that Rama board?
Yep.
On TikTok, the board that stands up for men's rights.
Oh yeah.
She is lil. She is. I love her videos. Class.
The only thing that's on my
He's
For
actually
You
be
page
so
is just
surprised like
football videos.
with the last of like TikTok that I actually watch.
You don't watch TikTok?
Yeah, I've never done it either. Oh,
Yeah, I don't want
Spend I say a grand total of 3 minutes a day watching TikToks. That's 3 videos. Other than that, I just post and leave. Post gone.
I was sat there for half an hour last night watching TikToks of this bloke. I don't know. He has a glass of water and he's pouring it in and saying like the craziest things.
Oh
done,
yeah.
like-
Oh yeah. I know what you're
Sometimes I
about.
just binge watch TikToks like trading a pin to a house
Yeah.
and stuff
Oh,
like that. Just to
yeah.
go down and start and like go up and up and up and up.
Oh,
Just
what?
start watching
What
it
I
for
hate about
half an hour.
TikTok is when you're on the For You page and you see like a series and it's like part 2
Yeah,
and
so
then you see like oh no, it's like the 4th part and then you see like part
on my
2
page for
coming
part
soon.
two.
Page for
You
part
click
2.
on the page
Oh.
and the videos uploaded like 3 years ago and like they're
Just
scrolling
scrolling
down.
for about half an
What
hour.
I hate the most is like if you're enjoying a video, it's like come back for part
Part
2.
two.
But the part 1 was the most recent video
Yeah.
post. And you're like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm waiting for it.
I'll
Never forget about
I
it.
will never see this video
Yeah,
ever
ever
again.
again.
And I actually, like there was one I was watching this chap building a Japanese Zen garden or something. Like I really want to see how it looks now, but I don't know his name. I forget the videos, and I'm
There's
not
a
scrolling through
man. There's
my
a
life.
man from the UK. I don't forget what his name, but he always does them like mad TikToks. You'd be like charging your phone with a watermelon or something, and he'd do you step by step, and then he'd be like every single one of his videos is like come back in 24 hours. You go back in 20. I've done it before. I came back in 24 hours like about 4 times in a row, and the second part's just not there,
Yeah, no.
and it just wrecks me head.
I see one where they built there was a bus stuck underground near the house. Like the bus was halfway under the ground, and they built it into a fort, and it was like 5 parts, and they still didn't finish it. I was like, can you stop uploading this many parts? I just want you to see it finish in one video.
Yeah.
Stupid it is, but I don't know why.
TikTok's hard to get rid of.
Yeah,
It's really annoying.
yeah. There could be a video like posted a week, and it show up on your For You
Yeah.
page.
I think that's like the less you go on TikTok, the less up to date videos that are going to be on your For You page. So the more like you spend on TikTok, the more like the more recent videos you'll see.
Yeah.
I hate how hostile people are on TikTok.
Oh, stop.
Like I uploaded a video and people were like, I think I only said this last video, but like I uploaded a video and I was like, I accidentally called it it's Mr. Yumi. But everybody in the comments was like, it's Yumi and Sanam Dum. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. One person said I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's not a
that's
big deal.
People love to like.
Come at you.
Sometimes I think I said this before. Like all the things you do is I'm like, Irish flag goes to England, but I'll put an Ivory Coast flag in for Ireland because I automatically know it's gonna be like 30 people commenting. That's an Ivory Coast flag. Fuck Justin Daniels. Here's a reason to hate on him. That's an Ivory Coast flag, or I'll spell the word wrong. I'll spell the word wrong. Like, you spelled that wrong. You spelled that wrong. Someone's like, they'll put the word in the little star beside it to correct you, and that'll get like their comment will get like 300 likes. I'm like, I know I spelled it wrong.
Thanks.
For pricks like you and the 300 haters.
So one of your recent videos is that the break that you took from TikTok.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about that yourself.
Yeah, I just got fed up. I was like, yeah, fuck TikTok, out of here for a week. Be back soon. Came back. Think I came back good. A few of my videos are doing well. I was just like, yeah. It's like obviously like it just gets like after a while you're just like, yeah. What am I doing? I only make videos and I enjoy them now. Like I'm back in that buzz where like I'm enjoying doing videos. So yeah, I just want to get 100k by the end of the year.
Which I think I
literally said the end of the year, the end of the week.
I wrote these questions that I have down here, and I said it there. You have 92.1k followers. That was at time we wrote these questions down at 1:00. It's 3:00 now. It's 10 past.
Yeah, I went on yesterday. It was on 90k.
You had to gain more. Yeah, if you went on yesterday, you had to gain 2.2k in the like 24 hours.
Look, there's some people that doesn't like. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
If you think of yourself, or do you think of yourself small or big? Like to me, if I was getting 2.2k followers in 24 hours, I'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
I got 150k views on a video and I got 400 followers out of it.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
It's because you didn't have more videos like that posted.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
So like, if somebody likes my Northside video, if they come across it the first time they click on to my profile, they'll see like, or even I'll put like Northside episode 40. They're like, holy shit, there's 39 more episodes of this shit. Get onto this page. Like people, I remember a lad sent me a DM like I literally watched every single one of your TikToks in the series because like if you watch all my TikToks combined, there's there's an hour and a bit. Like even on certain videos, like they can get up to like 5,000 hours worth of views. Like I'll show you. I'll click into the analytics of like I don't know.
You know when you started like popping off basically. Like, do you know when it was?
The first ever.
The first Northside video. That's probably when. Sorry for the noise, but yeah, I'm trying to wait for that to load. But that's probably when the first video that popped off. That's when I was.
Sorry for the noise. I brought a chainsaw and a laptop in there.
we were playing. What was it? We were on the topic of primary school. Just flew off back to TikTok.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I don't really care.
It's kind of it's a discussion, really.
Yeah, it really is.
It's gonna lead to different like topics.
We do veer off a lot, anyways.
Yeah, I feel like this episode has went very well.
Yeah, same.
If Justin wasn't here, we'd be like bleeding cartwheeling to different.
So
like this video has 6,145 hours, 34 minutes and 47 seconds worth of content. So what's that in days?
I'll search how many hours is it?
6,145.
6,145 hours, 2 days, 256 days.
Yeah, so basically nearly a year worth of days just watched on a single video. Like
that's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is mental.
Oh my god.
I kind of what I like about TikTok as well is like, even if somebody doesn't like your videos, they're kind of forced to know who you are.
Yeah.
So like 500,000 people seeing my face. There's 500,000 people forced to know. 90,000 people like the video, but 500,000 people are just like they're forced to know who you are.
Yeah. Like even if
they have to
follow
scroll
you,
they know who you are. They have to scroll by it.
Sometimes like even for for me, like most of the time won't follow. I'll be on my For You page and I won't follow you if I see you once, but if I see you on my For You page three times and I like your videos, I'm going to follow you.
That's how people grow so fast. Like people, like they post like, I think it's ridiculous when people post like 6 times a day.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, you're gonna be on people's For You page, you're gonna get loads of followers, but
You're gonna get more haters.
in the long run, you're just gonna be like,
am I
what's the
enjoying it?
point? Like,
There's
there's only so much you can do. Like imagine I put out 6 Northside videos a day. Like
people would
People would be
eventually
just
get
like,
bored of it.
yeah.
But
It's a bit repetitive.
Do you get paid by TikTok or anything?
No, mate. When you go live and people send you gifts, you get paid. But like, I think they put a ban on that. You have to be proven over 18 to send gifts.
Oh.
So sponsors get you?
Yeah, like some sponsors and like Instagram and stuff like give you money for promoting the stuff.
Wait, okay, so can you like I seen a little icon on Instagram that you can promote, but when I click on it, you can like click on do it on Facebook. Or
Yeah, that it just sends.
See, I could like you can run a promotion. I think you have a business account on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can run a promotion. You just pay for it. It's not that expensive. It's like €18 for like 6 days. But you just come up on people's stories like all the time.
Just on Daniel's O3 on Instagram. Just if anyone's out there listening and there's already not.
I'm pretty sure everybody will be watching this
I
video
know.
definitely knows who it is.
Yeah,
100%.
the whole fan base watching this is Justin's fan base.
Yeah, and your last video got first video got nearly on 400 views, but the second video that we posted, Alex's chip tape, was like on 100 and
It's
something.
only 150, but like at the same time, I said at the start, I'm not just in this for views. Like I actually enjoy
Yeah, I know,
sitting
that's
down
the
recording
way.
this talk.
See, yeah, like she did. Like it'll take you like 4 big scrolls just to get to the end of my page. Just don't have many followers, but like it's mad that these all have high views just because of people following me over time. Like this one, like 3,000 likes with 50k views. I know now if a video has 50k views, if we click into it, it's gonna have more than 10,000 likes.
Are you worried for like going back to school?
Yeah, kind of, cause like the first years aren't probably don't know that. Like, I'm in school, like what the fuck.
Well, if they see you on the documentary, like if they see that documentary, and they see
yeah,
like,
they're
the
probably see the
uniform
school.
and
That's
like,
true.
The teachers are gonna lick your ass though.
oh, 100%.
Oh,
we see you're a creator now. You're a star student.
I don't care. I really don't.
Why don't you say something good about the
Oh
school?
yeah, I
Fuck
said
off.
when I go back, I'm not going to play football anymore. I'm not going because it's just hassle. Like I'm not playing in goal, and people just like not saying I'm a celebrity, but people just knowing who I am.
Yeah.
I can imagine a teacher coming and going, "Ew, banging!" Like everybody just
Oh, stop.
Shut up, boomer.
Boomer 9 o'clock in the morning. Like.
Back on the topic
Not in
of
the
primary
fucking
school, France.
Oh, we nearly died.
Yeah, we
nearly died.
Most of the people on this don't.
Do you not remember that plane that flew the same day as us?
I actually don't.
What do you mean? People didn't believe me when I put the video on. Like this actually happened. The plane like that took off after us, like crashed into the Alps, and all our mass thought it was us. But like people just don't believe that, and I'm like, fuck yous then.
I don't think I've ever got told that.
I can't remember.
I can remember.
Because I remember it was on the news and stuff. My ma said like the first thing when I came back, she was like worried. Like everyone was worried and stuff. But like yeah.
Just remember we went into when we were in the hostel, there was a downstairs gym area, and we were all just battering
Oh,
each other.
We had the
Brian Jones, the king,
We were
was
playing we were doing wrestling. That place was freaky.
That was weird.
That was
like
That was weird.
It was. I know it was a prison, but it was like a rundown church or something. Like it was,
Like at the time, like I wasn't thinking much. But remember, if you went upstairs, it was like remember someone robbed Patrick and his shoes. His shoes got robbed. I was like, oh no, this place.
You seen the one that needs someone's bed?
me,
Yeah,
Adam,
and he didn't take them. Seen them, but they didn't take them.
me, Adam, Evan, Luke, and Jake and Mark Faye stayed in like the far end room
back room.
upstairs,
Yeah.
like beside them mad like creepy stairs,
Yeah.
and like when like we little how old were we being like 12?
I was
Like little 12-year-old
yeah.
girls had to do like toilet runs. Like if you wanted to go up and go
Yeah,
over a shite in the
toilet
middle of the night, you had to get something to go with
Get
you.
something to go with, yeah.
Stop.
I got annoyed because Luke was annoying me, so I stood up and I walked out and I crapped myself walking out. So I stood outside the door and then just
I'd
walked back
still
in.
get people to walk with me. I wouldn't be.
Yeah,
so
that
would.
place. I think it'd be even more creepier now because back
Yeah.
then, like you know, even it does cross your mind, but like
There was other things that we
yeah,
were like.
looking back now, like I was like, yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
I remember
going
like,
back there.
I remember like the furniture and all the bookshelves and all
Yeah,
that.
I was
I remember a blatant shop all fell on
We're
my head.
actually us three were actually thinking of going back there one day.
The France.
Yeah,
Back to that same hostel.
ew.
I'll go.
Go back to ew.
100%.
I would 100% go. That
Remember the
that
school?
literally- that's like €400 to get there. return flights
Yeah.
instead.
Do you remember Isaac,
Who's Isaac?
the English fella in the school?
The only English
He's
fella
not
I
only
know.
English on the whole
Shit, yeah.
school.
I don't remember his name. Remember there was the one lad that everyone was like talking about. They're like, oh yeah, go to this lad, go to this lad. You don't remember some like French lad, and like we were like, is so and so here? And like he was there, and like fuck him. I don't know who he was.
I remember
The food was disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
oh my
remember.
God, I hate the
Jambon with bleeding.
Yeah, I thought it was like
having a
The bread tasted so
I
weird.
thought it was biting into chicken and
Oh.
a bit into like a battered fish or something. Like I was told this was chicken and I bit into a battered
The
fish.
food was so disappointing.
We got chicken and chips for 4 days
no,
straight.
I will say
That was alright.
the baguettes.
And the croissants.
There's a
were
reason.
disgusting.
There's a reason why they France has known for the baguettes. The
Sorry,
baguettes
the
were
baguettes
so
are disgusting.
Do you remember when we were? Do you remember when we drove up to like that my church on the hill and the bus driver forgot to put the handbrake down?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really went.
Oh shit! Yeah, we were
What, sitting there playing
Nah,
Mario?
what he's talking about, the funniest part about that was the
Father
priest
can't
trying
build
to
down the
kick- we couldn't get into the church place and he was trying to kick down the door and out like a couple. I'm like,
What
wow.
was his name
That was so like
Father
that.
Con-
We heard
yeah,
so
Father
many.
Con-
We heard so much stories about that, about haunted
Yeah,
stuff about
yeah.
that. I was like, can't wait to go in. Couldn't go
Yeah,
in.
it couldn't go in. Yeah.
Stuck outside.
Yeah. Like he
He tried to boot that.
he was like
Like, what would have happened if he broke the door? Like,
No,
Yeah, oh no, yeah. That's like a
he
big.
had a key. Like why did you have like? I
he
know-
didn't work.
It didn't
though.
work. Yeah.
Why? But why did he have a key to a church on top of a hill in a different country? Like, I
mean,
don't know what's going on in your parish,
probably
but I don't know.
We walked there, we were in the church, the big huge church before it.
Father Robert Brill has a key to that parish, and Garthy has got one in France.
He doesn't have. He doesn't run that. The caretaker runs it.
Ah well.
That's like your. That's like.
Nobody liked that priest. Everyone wanted him gone.
Father
He was only
Collins,
here for a year.
Yeah, he like did
All the manners wanted him gone.
did he not stay over there?
I seen him sitting there flaunting on a bike going down Sheriff.
I always thought he stayed over in France because when we came back, we never saw him again.
Yeah.
Remember Father Tange?
Father Tange.
Father Tange. Remember Deco?
Father
Deco's next.
Deco.
Father
Yeah.
Echoes,
Yeah, he's the best.
he's in the back of Ballymun somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Ballymun. Well, he was in Ballymun anyway.
We go out trying to find him. Alright, Father Dick.
I think Father Robert the sound.
I was thinking about going back into Larry's.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
gonna go back in one of the days. We were gonna like not go, like go in and talk, but like
I reckon if you
So-
showed your face in there, you'd be really loved.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were up on their knees. You
You know what I actually want to do? I want to just like get work experience or something there if I had to do. With
Oh,
my
that
school
would
now.
be good. But at the same time, I think I'd probably distract a few of the students. like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be your fault though.
Yeah.
Wait, did you notice loads of new teachers there? Like
Oh,
everybody's basically gone.
There's like 3 teachers that would have been in the
Miss
school.
Harrington is
and
still there, surprisingly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I do see her walking.
Mr. Bailey's retired.
I know.
Yeah,
Mr.
Bailey
Bailey.
retired.
Every time I see Miss Harrington, it's like we make that mutual agreement in our head. Like, don't say anything.
Yeah,
And I
like,
don't say
how do you
we
anything.
think
don't
it-
like each
How do you think
other.
it is when I see her? When you're like that young
Yeah, you made her cry.
How? I thought she just didn't.
You
like
no,
each
you
other.
were a bastard, Carl. You were.
Well, I did say.
Oh yeah, Karl with his head down.
He was a Remember came to with the copy and he flung it off into the table.
We won't talk about us getting suspended.
Oh, don't worry, bring that
Oh,
up.
what was that for again?
This
Oh,
head gesture.
Yes.
Yes,
sounds horrible.
Imagine suspending a gang of bleeding 11-year-olds because they go there.
And it wasn't we were actually caught by a teacher that was like just a fill-in teacher. Like she wasn't.
Well,
actually
yeah,
meant
she
to
had a
be
big
there.
full face of makeup.
Like she wasn't actually meant to be there. She was a fill-in teacher.
We're on there, we're on 12. Oh, we did not realise how fast that
Oh,
went.
I haven't. We're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, well, you have
Keep going if
a
you
few cut moments, this, that, and the other. So Justin, well, I'll ask one more question, then we
keep
can,
going.
you can
You're not
involve in
ending
our last
Yeah, we
topic.
can keep going
Um,
until about half an hour and a half if you want.
If you want, yeah.
okay.
So where do you hope to, like, I know you said that you want to get 100k followers TikTok by the end of the year, but by the end of this year, for everything in your life that we've talked about on this podcast, where do you hope to be?
I want to get into acting.
Acting?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so
Where are you thinking about going to do acting?
we got work experience in, where is that place over on the south side? No, over on the south side, it's in an alley.
Oh, is it
Oh,
like
it's a small alley.
Smock
That's I got work experience in there, but I never got to do it. I don't know why the teacher wouldn't let me do it.
fair enough.
It's stupid.
I was thinking about going to this place called Bow Street. Where
Bow
the
Street,
town
yeah.
goes, but it's like $4
Yeah,
grand. and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can't put a price on a good actor. Like,
Yeah.
you
No,
can't.
you can't.
Like, someone can be trained like 5 years, and then like someone can come out like €200 training session, and then like the €200 one can be considerably better than
Yeah.
the
The 4 grand.
Yeah, I think it's just about how hard you work. Like, yeah, everyone can get training. Like, obviously, like in some places, like if I go down to Cork, like some of them are not the best at wrestling, but there's like, because some of the coaches probably don't know as much as the ones in Dublin, but they are. There's the one standout. And I'm like, see, because he obviously just like he wants it more.
Yeah, he
He's just
works
naturally
harder.
good. Like,
In any sport or in any like field of entertainment or sports or anything like that, there's always the one person that wants it more.
yeah,
Like, you think people are saying like, oh, he doesn't want it, or this, that, and the other. Like, even playing football, like, oh, he wants it more, this, that, and the other. Like, it's all about working hard. People are afraid to work hard because they're afraid that they're not ready to tackle the challenges. Like, if it doesn't work, everything's not gonna work out for you the first time running.
and people are so like people. I know when someone works hard, and when someone posts stuff on a story all the time, like, look what I done today. I'm just like, yeah, no, you're not working hard. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll post results and stuff like the documentary, but I won't say shit about it for 6 months.
Oh yeah.
I'll be going to the gym and I'll post a picture, but I won't say shit about it for 6 months because I'm working hard in silence when other people are working hard for the cameras. Like, it's how it is. Like,
I think the more you work behind the scenes without anybody knowing, most of the time the better the outcome.
yeah,
Because there's less, like, it's not like there's less pressure. Pressure is a factor.
because if like you fail in silence, like,
Yeah, if you fail in silence, nobody's gonna know. Like, obviously you're in silence, but if if you're posting this on every social media you have, and then you turn around and just be like, oh, I can't do it anymore, then
Yeah.
everyone's just gonna be like, well, then I'm not gonna listen to you from now on.
yeah, what the fuck was that? Like,
Yeah, like, there's no point in saying you're gonna do something. And
don't
like-
put something out until you're like.
like,
certain.
look, we actually said that we were gonna have a special guest on this podcast, and we didn't mention your name at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, because I mostly run the Instagram.
Yeah.
And I didn't put anything up on the story just until we were halfway through this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I did put up that there will be a special guest, and obviously, like, we're gonna aim to get a special guest on this in like
future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I was actually gonna say we're gonna have you back on when we're better.
It's
When
fair enough.
Oh yeah, well,
we're
if it-
better.
down the line
Yeah, somewhere down the line.
when you get your 100k followers, don't want you. Anyways, what?
You were saying something?
Oh yeah, like, I didn't like tag you or like associate you with this or
With the
just in
page,
case
right,
something went wrong.
Yeah.
Because if something went wrong and I was like, oh yeah, Justin Daniel's gonna be on our podcast, and then like something went wrong, like, let's
And
say
then
you
let people
cancelled
down.
or something,
Yeah.
like, then it'd be like, oh, he's not gonna be on the
Yeah,
podcast
it's not gonna be
now.
on the podcast. Actually, some people might know they're on the podcast because it says we upload the video on SoundCloud, and the part that I cut out where we mentioned you is on the SoundCloud. So if you
Yeah.
listen to it on SoundCloud, people are gonna know that you're on it because we
Yeah.
mentioned you.
Haven't used SoundCloud in about 4 years.
Yeah.
What's the goal for like this?
For
podcast?
this goal, for goals.
Hopefully get a like get some sort of like advertisement so we can get money out of it. Well, not get money. I don't like it sound like that, but like we need an income if we want more equipment and stuff. So
Yeah, we
like-
want to be bigger.
For me, I'd love an audience to actually enjoy what, like, I know we waffle a lot, but like, I just love the fact that I'm doing what I like and other people are actually enjoying it.
Like, so much. Like, do you ever see like even TikTok, like you can record shit, like if we start a podcast, give it a listen,
Yeah.
yeah.
1 million views.
Yeah.
For no reason at all.
It just shows when everyone's for you.
Yeah.
I said it to the boys, like, in the group channel, like, Adam was saying to us, like, like, I'm not putting Adam in the shadows here, but like, he said, like, the first episode done for 300, I would say at the time now, it'd be like 385,
Yeah,
and then the second one has 150. But it took us like a while to get the second episode out. Like, it was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Like,
we did enjoy it.
It could have 10 views, I still enjoyed
The
it.
stuff that, like, even with TikTok, you won't believe it, but the stuff, see that story time about the guys that has 90,000
Yeah.
views, I think that was probably the quickest video I've ever made.
Really?
And I'm just like, wow, I put the least effort into this
Yeah,
and got
yeah.
the most results. This is how it is. When you work, sometimes when you work hard, you get stuff out of it, but sometimes, like, when you don't, you still get stuff out of it. It's how it is.
Like, we thought jumping into this podcast scene was going to be the easiest thing we've ever
Yeah, we
done.
thought this was going to
And
be
there
so
has
easy.
been so many ups and downs.
No, because honestly, like, I don't have the attention span to listen to 1 hour and something.
Yeah.
I personally don't have the attention. I barely have an attention span to listen for a minute. But when stuff is chopped up and like stuff is given spoon fed to you, like,
clips.
this is what this is about. this is this person talking about this. That's what I'm like. Okay, yeah, shit. Like, alright, I can get behind this. I can listen to this. That's what I think you should do. Like, cut your sound. Like Justin Daniels talks about TikTok beef.
Yeah.
5 minutes long. Cut it at the end. Upload that. Like, why can't you not just upload like 20 minutes out of the hour long? So then you're gonna get more listeners. When you get the viewers there, then you can upload longer episodes. Wait until the demand's there before you fucking throw an hour down someone's throat. Can't.
We need to wait till like get more like bigger, so nobody's gonna say, oh, Karl talks about the time he went to Bleeding Thunderland.
Yeah.
Nobody
gonna listen to that for now.
like someone's like, who's Karl? Nobody's just gonna click on that and go, oh yeah, because someone random. I want to hear his random story.
So if you can cut this up into clips and like tile them, just talks about how he got into wrestling, just talks about primary school. People are gonna listen to it.
It's not the exact objective to just like keep blowing up. The main we are kind of just doing it for fun for now. But
obviously that's 100% the most important thing. Like if you enjoy doing it, keep doing it.
If we can get back what we put into it and keep investing into it, like probably get like sound padding around or like definitely get a better computer. Anyways,
I'd say like as you said, asked us earlier on what our investment is, and now like our next investment, I'd say the sound padding or a better computer would probably be the next step.
There's a wrestler called Pete Dunne, like he said before, like he's put too much into it to not get anything out. That's what like if everyone done that, like if you put so much work into something, like so much work, you have to get something out. So like, do you ever see when like I do tell teachers, alright, when I'm done, I'm probably gonna get into acting and be a wrestler, and they're like, oh, what if it doesn't work? I'm like, it's like you need something to fall back on. I'm like, nah, don't need it. And like, yeah, you do. Cop on. I'm like, well, if you go, alright, just say you want to be a wrestler, Adam. If you want to be a wrestler and you're walking through and you're going through stuff, and like you go to college to become a doctor, just in case wrestling doesn't work, you have something to fall back on. But when you're going to when you're in the gym and you're trying to lift that last rep, you have in the back of your mind, if I don't be a wrestler, I become a doctor. Yeah. But when you don't have the backup, when you don't have something to fall back on, you're kind of just in the gym now and you're like,
focusing on
fuck, like I need to get this up, because if I don't get this up, I'm not going to look as good, and wrestling is all I have. So you're like, boom, got it. Yeah. So like, I think if you have something to fall back on, you have more to lose. It's like a plan B. Just cancel it. Have a plan A. That's
having a plan B is technically like, from when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound like a negative mindset, but the more you think of it, it really is.
When you have a plan B, it's basically just like saying,
if I fail,
eventually I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah, like it's not if I fail, it's when I fail, I will be prepared. But that should, like, no one should have that mindset.
No, you should, like, if you want to focus on something, then focus on that one thing. But if you're doing it for about 10 years straight, then, and like you're not getting that back from it, then like you have to realise, like, alright, maybe I should try something else, because this isn't working.
Fair enough.
That's if though.
So a very important topic I'm going to move on to now.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go.
So tragically, me, Evan and Adam were going uptown yesterday, and we were getting a few
headphone adapters,
headphone jacks,
a few headphone jacks, bit of equipment for the podcast, and someone we witnessed someone take their own life in the middle of Dublin City.
Oh no.
And I'm just saying, I'm not going to get into too much detail because it's like out of respect.
Subject,
but if there's anyone out there that's going through some things, like it is, I know you've probably heard it so many times, it is okay not to be okay. You might think people don't want to hear your story, but I'd rather hear your story than hear the dead story.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather you sit down and talk. Like anyone out there are all like, I'm easily accessible.
Exactly.
You might not know me, but I'm easily accessible. Like you text me, tell me you have a problem, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah, at least text the podcast account, because we it's not like we have a lot of people who text us now, so we will respond.
At least one of us are always gonna be active.
Yeah, we will respond, but like for the people who are like walking along, if you see somebody who doesn't look right or looks like, instead of judging them, or instead of recording them, or instead of making a situation out of it, think of that person twice and maybe like give them a smile or ask them, are they okay? You don't have to, but if you ever see somebody who looks like they're struggling, fucking help them, and don't stand there and try and make yourself famous over it.
I was yesterday in that incident, I heard a woman say to her friends, said we were watching them all day, and in my head I was like, the first thing came to my mind is, and you didn't even ask him, was he okay? Like, if you were watching them all day, you had a reason to watch him, and you didn't even consider to ask him, was he okay? And there was people recording the incident, and that is utmost disrespectful thing you can do.
That's what I'm
disgusting.
saying. If you're recording a situation or someone's literal life, like, being taken from them and their lifeless body, like, just there, and you're recording that shit, just fucking stop and think twice about what you're doing, because that's just not on, to be honest.
Like, how would you feel if, like, your ma was about to kill herself for, I don't know for what reason, and she's about to jump off, and instead of, like, a group of, like, lads and stuff helping her, they just recorded it on Facebook, and now your ma's last seconds on earth is now just all over Facebook.
So
especially have to witness
seen a man recording this incident on Instagram Live, and he had to be at least over 30, I'd say. And even me, a little 16-year-old, had to run up and literally say to him, turn that fucking off. Like, have some respect, turn that off. Like, it's just...
I don't really want to end the podcast on a bad note, because we're nearly reaching an hour and a half now, but...
So, lads, we always end... So, just, if you're feeling down, please contact an adult or anyone around you, anyone that you trust. If you feel like you've
even us.
If you feel like you've nobody to trust, you can text us. You will be remained anonymous. We will never ever tell anyone your story. So moving on to this topic now, lads. We always finish the podcast on the topic of
bucket list.
So last week we done the second yoke on our bucket list. Justin, you weren't here. Well, you obviously weren't here in the last episode, I'll tell you that. So Justin, what is at the top of your bucket list?
Fuck. Shit, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of things that are equal to each other, obviously.
Oh yeah, we
like
always say that.
Like
signing to WWE and being on the main roster and stuff like Monday Night Raw's one thing. But one that not many people know on my bucket list is to be like have a main role in a massive movie. Be fucking Iron Man and some shit like that. And obviously I'm 16 now, like I'm gonna go make, like, how old is the actors now? Like 30 odd. So like in my mind I'm like, okay, I have 14 years to get to that level. If I get to that level by I'm 24, it's a fucking bonus.
But I think the TikTok gives you a boost.
Yeah,
exactly.
You've a massive boost ahead of anyone that'd be like, oh, I want to go do acting.
But it's not like that. I just have the boost. Like I worked for the boost. It's not like
you didn't just wake up over. You didn't post a TikTok, wake up overnight, and like you had 92.1k followers.
Yeah, I just had to keep going, to keep doing it.
It's the fact that you put effort into your TikToks. Like the way you dress up and the way you put on the makeup. That's funny. Other people just half-arse TikTok, and you can tell he doesn't care.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Adam, what's third on your bucket list?
What did I say? Like, I want to get over my fear of dying, probably.
I'll never get over it.
No, not the fear of dying. I want to get over my fear of like cars. Like I'd want to drive a car without being afraid to drive a car.
Are you terrified of cars?
No, not cars. I'm just terrified to drive them.
He doesn't trust himself.
I don't trust myself to drive a car. I don't know why.
Do you have any reason why you don't? Like, has that never happened?
Well, I had a cousin who was in a car accident 11 years ago, and he was the same age as me. So that is obviously something that has an influence on me. And I was only 6 years old, so like I didn't really understand at the time. But the more I think of it, the more I realise like I'm the age he was at back then. I wouldn't feel safe being in that same position. So it's not like a big impact, but it's something I have to get over. Something simple. That's all really. So
just be healthy. Just have the same people in my life that I already have now.
Alex?
Has he talked once this whole podcast?
Yeah, he's asked Justin a few questions. Once again.
Hi. I don't know, to be honest.
Getting on your knees for a mic.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the level.
Stay healthy, stay happy, and don't switch up on everyone.
My main goal is to blow up. In the neck.
Like I don't know nobody.
Start. Intro. Outro.
Well, I could do my one if I could do my bucket list. Like,
What is Tora on your bucket list?
Fuck you on your bucket list.
Sorry, Brian. Jesus.
You ask, you don't get asked.
That's literally me. I ask, I don't get asked.
Probably get a driver's license.
And that's the D1 podcast. Thank you very much.
It's to get a driver's license, yeah. We'll run down time, so I won't go too much into. Does anyone? Do you want me to do the intro or do you want to do the
Why are you afraid of dying? Hang on, we have like seconds left.
I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of dying in a gory way. Like
Okay.
get me head cut off by a
Fair
blade
enough.
and something stupid like that.
Fair
I
enough.
want to die like.
I'm afraid of drowning.
Are you
I wanna
I want to.
fast.
I want to. I want to die sitting on top of a nuke about to hit a city. That'd be a late way to go out. I'm sorry.
Right,
That'd
we
be a
have-
class.
Alright, that's been the day one.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, I wanted to
fine.
reach an hour and 30. What's gonna wait here?
For how long?
Okay, we
For
have
30 seconds. Speed run.
Right, lads, so that's been a very good episode of the D1 podcast. I'd like to
Definitely our best episode. Anyway, thank you, Justin.
100%. I'd like to thank
Yeah.
us all. for
Like
listening.
thank Justin actually.
We'd like
Like
to thank
that.
Justin for coming
Well,
on.
if you let me finish me blades.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna hit him up now on 40.
I'd like to thank Justin for coming on. Thanks for your time, Justin.
Thank you for having me.
If you don't follow Justin, if you've been living
Which you
under a
most
rock for
likely
the
are.
past week,
Yeah. But
Justin
past
Daniels,
week.
Yeah,
Justin
cool.
Daniels 03 on everything.
On
Just
everything, yeah.
On everything.
Exactly. There's
exactly.
to be in the link in the bio probably. Yeah.
Just while you're here, you might as well. If you're not already, you might as well subscribe, like the video, and
Support everything.
Support.
follow us on Instagram at D1 Podcast Official, and follow us on TikTok as well at D1 Podcast Official. So thanks all for listening, and see you later.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Yup.